Hello everybody, my name is Amber Bell and today I'm going to be showing you how to do a resin dirty pour painting. Over here to my right is an example of what the finished product will look similar to, except instead of cool colors, we're going to do more warm tones. So down here are pretty much all the products that you're going to need. Safety wise, you will need gloves and you will need multiple pairs of it because it's a very messy project and you do not want any of the resin getting onto your skin. So you're going to need some acrylic paints. I'm just using 4 colors today. You're going to need plastic cups, popsicle sticks for stirring, some painter's tape, and your actual resin and hardener, which you can find in packets, and you can get all this at a local craft store and or Walmart. And a hair blow dryer is what I'll be using today, but when you see this painting done, some people will use torches, some people will use a heat gun, but I find that a hair blow dryer pretty much does the exact same job as those. So to get into it, I'm going to be using a regular stretch canvas, and the underneath part of it I do have taped off with the painter's tape, and that's just going to help from the paint getting on the back side of it so that it's clean. Alright, so what we're going to first do is put our gloves on, because like I said, it is a very messy project. And we're going to mix up our resin. So we have 4 cups because I'm using 4 different colors. And with the resin and the hardener, you need an equal ratio of each in there. Alright, so after you have all your resin ratioed out, you're going to stir all of them for at least a minute. And what that's going to do is mix the resin and the hardener up and then get rid of all that air bubbles. And after you stir, you need to let it rest for a second. So I'm going to put all this off to the side. And you want to be careful about what temperature that you're in. Try to stay out of the sun because that'll actually cause the resin to solidify. Alright, so now that our resin has been stirred up, we're going to let it sit for a moment and we're going to move over to our painting. So underneath your painting, you're going to want to have just something to protect the surface. I just took trash bags and placed down some tape because it is very messy, and if you don't want to get your table dirty, you want to protect it. So after you let it sit for a minute, you're going to add the colors. So I'm using an orange. And you don't need a lot of the paint, just a little bit. So, to move on to the dirty pour, you're going to take a separate cup and you're pretty much just going to pour all these colors into it. So I'm going to start off with my orange. And it's okay if when you do this, if some drips onto the canvas, because you're just going to cover it up anyways. Some of this yellow. And you can kind of swirl it around just a little bit in there, but you don't want to blend the colors up because then it defeats the purpose of having all the multiple colors. that you have your cup of paints mixed, we're moving on to the dirty pour part. And this is where it gets extremely messy. Just gonna put a little bit of there on there. You're gonna wanna pick it up and kind of just tilt it around, but don't let it run off the edges yet. So you get that last little bit there, we're gonna put it back down, and this is where the hair blow dryer comes into effect. So you're gonna want to take it, put it on high. Right. And then all that paint that ran off on the edges, you just want to kind of pick it up with your gloves and just pat it down on the sides where all that white is. Do that all around. And as you can clearly see, this is why this is an extremely messy project. If you have any of those colors left, if you got any spots that look kind of dull or you can still see the white part of the canvas, you just smear this back on. You actually use the popsicle stick to help you move the color around. After you do that, same thing with the edges. If it moved any of it around, you can just pull that paint right back up and just kind of cover them. Once the resin actually dries, it's gonna form a almost glass-like layer over the top. Alright, I think that's all I want to do to it. So after you do that, you just kind of want to get your gloves off. Try to get any resin on your skin again. And you want to let this dry for at least 24 to 48 hours to be safe before you try moving it around and touching it. After it dries, all you gotta do is take the tape off and you'll be left with the product just like this. So I appreciate everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it and create something special on your own.